What's up, guys? It's the Faruqi Bros, Shiraz, Zion, Umar, and Samir, back with another quick video. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite Spider-Man interpretations. But before we do, let's take a quick second to talk about our sponsor for the day. Hey guys, so today's video is sponsored by Amino Apps. If you guys didn't know, ComicBook Debate has partnered up with Amino for even more ways to create and share content with you guys. And since Comic Book Debate's always growing and we're always looking to expand, we've launched a new series just at Amino because it was a perfect platform to do it. Now, Amino is an app where you can share and create your own stories while keeping your own individuality and your own content creation standards that you brought on from YouTube. So to find me, all you have to do is go to the search bar, click users, search for Shiraz Faruqi, right there, and you're gonna see some of my stories, including a top 4 Superman adaptations and a top 3 Spider-Man adaptations as well. So definitely check it out, and just like YouTube, every time you watch my videos, you're gonna be supporting me. So this is a simple and free way to keep me creating. So definitely try to download Amino, and let's continue with our video. All right, guys, back to the video. So I'm gonna pass it to Zion first. Let's stick to the main 3 Spider-Man, right? So that's Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Which one of these is your favorite? And then tell me the reason why it's your favorite.
Well, I mean, obviously nostalgia plays a huge part in any type of ranking. You know, there's no such thing as like an objective opinion for these type of things. For me personally, I think the Raimi films.
What part of his acting made you enjoy that character so much?
Well, I think more than his acting, it was the writing they gave him. You know, obviously he's a good actor. You saw he did a good job in his role, but it was more the writing that really propelled him, I think, compared to the other actors like Tom Holland. You see, like, oh, he really feels like a young Spider-Man. He really gives off that vibe, and obviously Andrew Garfield is probably like the most talented actor from the 3. But in terms of like ranking the performances, I would say Tobey Maguire's performance is probably my favorite, then Tom Holland, then Andrew Garfield. And that's not saying I like the Tom Holland films better than Amazing Spider-Man films. It's just that his performance as Spider-Man, I feel, is more true to the character than Andrew Garfield's.
For me, I think Tobey, obviously, because he had the best film, like John touched on it, the writing was really good for him. So he gets, the writing propels his performance just because the writing was good, right? And also the films just happen to be the best Spider-Man films, in my opinion, at least. So because of those 2 reasons, I think Tobey Maguire is, he's what you would call the Christopher Reeves. I'm sure Shiraz wanted to make this point, but I'll steal it from him. He's like the Christopher Reeves version of the Spider-Man character now, But I do think that Andrew Garfield, as an actor, is a better actor. Tom Holland's obviously a kid, so Garfield is more seasoned. So like his performance was good too, but he had this weird thing where because the writing sometimes wasn't good, because of that, I think he struggles when we talk about it's hard to separate the films from the acting job, because it's all one interconnected thing. But I would say Garfield second on the basis of his acting. I think his acting was good, and I honestly think that sick moments, like him and Tobey Maguire, for some reason were crying a lot.
Yeah,
I think Garfield had some good moments as well. Obviously, when Gwen Stacy dies, you see when he's trying to talk to her when she's already dead. That was pretty crazy. As for Tom Holland, I think he's good for what everyone did their job. He's good for what they're going for, what the MCU is going for, and any character in a shared universe, right? We have problems with him and how Iron Man is a part of every one of his movies like crazy. So, I mean, it's all interconnected. I don't think you can separate the actors, but if you were to, I think Tobey won, Garfield second, and Tom Holland third.
So for me, it's a little different. I like Tom Holland the most inside the Spider-Man suit.
What the ass?
But as Peter Parker, I like him the least because of the whole awkward high school like love story.
I
What?
thought you would relate the most to that.
Yeah, I do relate to it. That's why I hate it.
Samir, so you can continue your point. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? And you can even go farther, saying who's your favorite Peter Parker and who's your favorite Spider-Man.
My favorite Spider-Man would be Tom Holland, and then what's his face? Tobey Maguire, and last Andrew Garfield. But as Peter Parker, I'd have to give it to Andrew Garfield,
Yeah, true.
and then Tobey Maguire, and then Tom Holland. I got Tobey Maguire second for both.
So he's kind of the middle ground. And I guess I'll
exactly.
I'll go on my end then. So mine is my favorite is Tobey Maguire. Again, it's very nostalgia based as well, but I think it backs up nostalgia because it holds up really well. Like we were watching Spider-Man 3 the other day, and the CGI still holds up from a 2007 movie. You know, like it's holding up. It holds up well. And his acting, again, credit to the writing team and everything, but just as an actor, he does show the emotions, and even in the roles, you kind of feel it. You know, he plays that poor kid kind. Even if he's not a kid, he has like an adult look, but he plays the poor Spider-Man well. You know, like he's struggling, he needs money, and you feel it off from his desperation. Like he's living in a, but you know, like you felt that off him and felt genuine. But moving to Garfield, I agree with Zion, and I agree with Umar. He said the same point that he's by far the best actor of the group. Like if we're going by pure acting chops and who's the best actor, like outside of Spider-Man, who's like the best actor as in awards and accolades and best well-known, Andrew Garfield is leagues ahead of Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland as a pure actor. But as Spider-Man himself, he's at the bottom of my list. Not to say he's a bad actor. He's actually really good, and I agree with Samir that he's actually much better as Peter Parker than he is as Spider-Man. I thought when he has the costume on, that's when he kind of loses his charm. He's not as memorable as the other two, which have had great moments. For Tom Holland, the better moments, I think, came in the Avengers movies, particularly Infinity War. And then Civil War also had some good moments for him. There's never been a bad Spider-Man of the three. But now let's get into another question. I'll pass it around the table again. What's your favorite Spider-Man suit?
All right, so my favorite is Raimi films, Spider-Man 2, I think. Just
Oh my god.
all of the suit just seems so real, you know? Like obviously now everything's very CG heavy, but back then it felt like a real costume, and like it was very well made, especially for the time when it came out. I think it just still today it stands out as one of the best costumes.
One of the best, but is it the best?
I mean, it's that or Amazing Spider-Man 2 in my opinion. It's like a toss between both, but I don't know. Just the connection to the Raimi Spider-Man suit is just more for me.
All right. And what's your least favorite?
Least favorite would be Amazing Spider-Man 1, by far. I didn't like the design of that suit, like, even a little bit.
My favorite is Black Suit Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire. That's sick. That suit was crazy.
It was. That original reveal scene where he wakes up and he's just looking at himself in the mirror. Like, it's a really good scene. Then the money shot is when he's on top of the church, just kind of like mellowing out. Like, those are two main scenes where in the black suit he looks really good, you know?
Yeah, that suit to me, that suit was beautiful. That was perfect. That suit, then, listen, I didn't like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, like the figure. Like, they made him like, he was skinny. I mean, like,
I forget Spider-Man's, how sick his costume to suit looked when he was swinging and fighting Electro in the end of the
no, it's a good suit. It's a good suit.
Nah, yeah, low-key, Zian's right. Amazing Spider-Man 2, better suit.
It's a good suit. No, it's a more iconic suit. They went the classic look. But I think
what's your worst suit then?
Worst suit is
easily Tom Holland's normal suit.
Tom Holland's suit in Homecoming looks really bad.
It looks bad
because they put a. You know what's funny? All the set photos, Tom Holland's actually wearing. And on set, he's wearing a physical. Yeah. He's wearing some of a physical suit, but you can feel the grain on the suit. But then, for some reason, especially in Homecoming, I think suffers the most. They put a layer of CGI on top, and it looks
bad, but
really bad.
In terms of design, it's better than I like it more than even Far From Home's suit. Like I like the design of.
I like the Far From Home suit more actually, but his regular suit is fine. It's not a bad suit. It's just I thought it was at its best in Civil War. It looked best in Civil War.
Yeah, but I think it matters. Again, it's connected. The CGI is connected because if you think about it, the Andrew Garfield, some of the swing scenes were amazing, but like his suit in those swing scenes, a lot of it is obviously CGI, but his swing scenes were really good, and his suit looks good in those scenes.
Yeah.
So CGI work matters when you're talking about the costume because it's not just the costume alone.
For my best suit, I'll give to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. And for second, I like the Far From Home suit, actually. Like, at the end when he's swinging through the city, it looks cool. I like this. And the worst suit, I don't even know. No,
I said it was Homecoming.
Homecoming was okay.
I thought it was Amazing Spider-Man 1 was the worst for me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was,
Nah, it wasn't for me.
No, like-
Homecoming is worse.
the design was good, but the eyes were kind of weird.
The design was the problem.
So
I mean,
The eyes was a problem. I don't know. I like the suit.
The eyes
he
were
had
weird,
no
but-
belt, you know? He had
Yeah,
no
no,
belt.
I thought it looked good.
I thought it looked awkward.
That's kind of sick, Loki. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's a good part of the suit. You know, I think his suit again looked best in Civil War. I think it's Civil War when you watch. He's wearing the same suit, but just the CGI work is a little better.
That's true.
I like how none of us mentioned the Iron Spider suit because I feel it is kind of mediocre. Like it was okay in the Infinity War,
Nah, it's not mediocre. It's just like it's just because it's not from him.
and it's pure
It's like-
CGI, so like there's
Yeah,
very little
it's not
It's freaking
practicality.
Iron Man's suit, dude. He made that suit. I don't know.
Well, he made his Homecoming suit too, but
That's true.
the main point is I think that suit. The problem with the Iron Spider suit is that number one, I think the comic Iron Spider suit looks much better. Far From Home fans will know that suit did make a cameo when he was building his suit. The Iron Spider, the original suit, was there as one of the options. But I think this Iron Spider suit they made for the movie was just a little messy. I think it looked much better in Infinity War than in Endgame. Endgame just looked very messy to me. I don't know why. And then when he wore it in it was the deleted scene of Far From Home. I didn't like it either. I didn't like how it looked like. The deleted scene of Far From Home when he's wearing it in the shop fighting the.
Nah, that looks sick, dog.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
actually, it didn't look good.
Yeah, I thought it didn't look good. No, when he was fighting, it looked good, but when he was talking to cops one on one, it looked weird. But my favorite suit is Spider-Man 2. I love I think Spider-Man 2. There's small differences in the Raimi suits, all three films, but the second film had like a layer of silver in the webbing. So if you compare Spider-Man 1 suit to Spider-Man 2 suit, even the Spider-Man 3 suit, the 2 suit has like one layer of silver on top of all
The one suit, the Spider-Man 1 is black.
Yeah, it's black. In Spider-Man 3 went back to black also. It was like a type of gold. But in 2, it was silver. I thought that was a really good look, and it just plays off well. My least favorite suit is the Iron Spider suit. Like I just don't like how it looks like. And it's, again, a tribute to why it's so much CGI that it kind of it looks a little muddy. I didn't mind the Homecoming suit, only because it looked good in Civil War. So I then a ton of just attributed to CGI. But that's my 3 basically. And from there, I'd like to ask you guys, what's your favorite Spider-Man interpretation? But also, what's your favorite Spider-Man suit? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. And anytime we post a video, you guys will be right there. And from myself, from Zayan, from Umar, and from Samir, this is the Faruqi Bros. We'll see you next time. Peace out.